This ain't your grandpa's TIE Fighter. What's up, meta nerds? This video is all about the TIE DG Starfighter, aka the TIE Dagger. This is of course just one in a long line of TIE variants since the TIE LN was introduced over 53 years earlier in the final moments of the Republic. What was once a shieldless and medium-powered starfighter has received some massive upgrades. Let's start with those dagger-shaped wings. The reason for this shape in particular has to do with the deflector shield generator and the addition of heavy laser cannons. This second triangular wing acts as a deflector shield projector, one on each of the main wings of course, with the actual shield generator likely being housed in these extended wing strut areas. At least that's where it was in the TIE SF used by the First Order. This triangular shape may have helped with the directing of those deflector shield projectors, channeling it to be the strongest in front of the TIE Fighter, something that would match with Palpatine's apparent plan to just launch a full-out assault on all the worlds that opposed him. The space in between these wings was where they packed in the SJFS L7.0 heavy laser cannons. Interestingly, putting heavy laser cannons on a TIE was not a part of any Imperial variants, not even the TIE Brute. Its top speed is unknown, but it was likely at least that of the TIE SF, which was faster than most other TIE variants that came before it. But what we do know is that the handling was much better, making it much more agile. The flight controls have two independent control columns instead of a single two-handed yoke. It had an improved HUD and even a holographic display, which gave a much more detailed view of the surroundings, enemies, and the dagger itself. It also changed the overall profile. Compared to the TIE LN, it was about a Jawa thinner, 2 Jawas longer, and about a newborn Jawa shorter. And of course these red accents give it the extra intimidation factor fitting for the Sith Eternal fleet. As for who built it, that is claimed to be Sinar Jamis Fleet Systems, the merger that had to occur after the fall of the Empire. Some stuff seems to imply that this could have been built up on Exegol, but I think you could also read this as meaning that the fleet was being made by Sinar Jamis in Kuat and Trala, and then was secretly transported to Exegol for safe storage until the time was right. Because we do know that there was some coming and going from Exegol. As Sidious says, he made Snoke, and some of those shots made it seem like he meant this literally, that he may have created him in those cloning chambers and was perhaps puppeteering the Supreme Leader all along. Or the answer is a bit of both, that in order to really keep the Sith Eternal fleet a secret, materials were provided by those companies and shipped in separately. Then the Sith Eternal engineers and shipwrights built the fleet on Exegol. This would help explain why we never see this TIE variant with the First Order, and definitely not the axial super laser that's found on the Zistan class. But let me know what you think makes the most sense. That's all the information for the TIE Dagger so far, and the only cool behind the scenes fact is that all of this info comes from the Rise of Skywalker Visual Dictionary. And I don't know about you guys, but I was really hoping for a lot more in the final battle of this saga. But at least some of the designs are cool, and I think for all of the technological advancements that we've seen in this era, the TIE Dagger specs do make a lot of sense. Also, this design may have been inspired by concept art from The Force Awakens, while others note that it's very similar to E.C. Henry's TIE Vector design. If you want to connect with us on social media, find ways that you can help support this channel without it costing you a thing, or check out our Patreon. Be sure to check out the links in the description. Special shout out to our supporters over on Patreon, but most important of all, remember, the New Republic seems to literally have no intelligence, at least definitely no spies, and the Force will be with you, always.